Hello friends, SentinalhMC here, and welcome back to our Factorio Seablock Let's Play. So between last episode and this episode, I've played a lot of Seablock on another save, and so I know a bit more what I should be doing, and I've also got a blueprint or two that I'm going to be using here to make this place better. So the biggest issue I have right now with what we've got set up is that the liquefier that produces my mineralized water is not... my slag slurry, sorry, is not being automatically fed slag, which means I have to keep grabbing slag from the electrolyzer and putting it in. And it doesn't produce enough. One electrolyzer is not enough to produce enough slag for a liquefier to produce the slag slurry, because it requires 5 slag every 3 seconds, and the electrolyzer only produces 1 slag every 2. So that would only be 5 slag in 5 seconds, and this needs it every 3. So we need a couple more. So what I found in another world is that 3 seems to do the trick just fine. So we're going to move some of this junk that I've got set up here in the center. We're going to relocate a lot of these machines and just clean it up in the middle, including removing this electrolyzer, so that we have enough room. And I want to put my put a triple electrolyzer setup right here in the center. So we're also going to get rid of these pipes. I'm going to have to remember to either adjust the position of this or put these pipes back. We're going to move the boiler and these steam engines. So my blueprint that I have is for, I built this myself. It's a 3 electrolyzer setup, and it will just fit right here. I would like to turn it so that the slag is going in the right direction. But then we have the issue where it wants to connect to the pipes on the right, and we don't want that. So if I put it right there, actually. I could put it right there. Get rid of that pipe, because we don't need it. Of course, get rid of that pipe. And now that will connect in there just fine. And we'll have we'll need 3 inserters, and we'll need some conveyors, and we'll need a bunch of pipes. All right, we'll set this to dirt water electrolysis. We'll set all 3 of them to dirt water electrolysis. Get some more of our pipes built. Pick up some iron. Grab some stone bricks. We will need to set up dedicated stone production. It's not quite enough. I got 50 more in my inventory. Actually, we can start baking. Make a bunch more pipes, because we always need more of them. And then you don't even need those there, because that's as much as you need to get all 3 of these running. Now we need the flare stacks. And the way I have this set up, we get a pipe there and a pipe there. We go pipes like this. See, so we come out 2 on the hydrogen, we come out 3 on the oxygen, and then what we'll be able to do is just take our flare stacks and I think, yeah, I can just do that and that, and we'll end up connecting it all together. So that goes there, that goes there, and then we just need that pipe, these 3, and now it's a bunch of undergrounds. So that goes there and there, that goes there and there. And like I said before, this isn't the most efficient on resources, but it's a good thing that we can make pipes out of stone. Although I actually am running low on stone, so much so that I could actually make my pipes out of copper at this point. We need some more pipe to ground. Thankfully they craft quickly. And there's the oxygen plugged in to the flares. Well, it's not plugged into the flare stack yet. Boom. Ah! I forgot about that. There is a way around that. If you use one of these valves, they don't connect sideways. So if I put this valve here, pointing it down, making sure to point it down, because it only lets things go one way. It doesn't connect sideways, so I can put that pipe right there as long as that's a valve. Useful for getting things closer together than you otherwise would be able to, which is extremely important for this Seablock. Go grab some more stone, and we'll get these pipes finished. Actually, only have 2 more stone bricks, so we're not going to be able to do that. I'll have to make some pipe to ground out of some other materials. I don't really want to waste these other materials right now, but we do what we have to do. Alright, that's all I needed, which is nice. We're going to send the stuff down instead of up. I sent it up in the previous save because that's the direction that I needed it to go. Of course, we don't need to go up, we need to go down this time. I'm going to need some undergrounds to get underneath these power poles. So we'll just go like that. And it's actually the only one I'll need, which is nice. So that'll go there, that'll go there, and that'll go there. This is all going to go onto one side of the belt, which isn't ideal. And we can always use a splitter to fix this. It's going to take a little bit to craft it. In the meantime, our electrolyzers, they're full up on oxygen. Oh, this thing has mineralized water in it. It's not supposed to have mineralized water in it. No wonder it wasn't working. It doesn't connect sideways, does it? No, it just connects down there. I accidentally got mineralized water in there, so it quit burning off the oxygen, which wasn't what we wanted. But with 3 electrolyzers running, producing 1 slag every 2 seconds, we're getting 1, 2, 3 slag in 2 seconds. So it's pretty nice. We're getting about 1.5 slag per second, if I did the math right. Yeah, because you just divide it by 2, so you get 1.5 per second. And of course, this needs 5 every 3, so we're gonna get 3 times 1.5. Should be, I don't know. It's gonna be close. Okay, it's gonna be, if it's not there, it's gonna be close. My math brain is not working properly right now. I don't know why. So now we're just gonna run this straight into the center of this because I can use 2 inserters, one on each. Okay, we need 3, and then the 4th inserter for that. We just lost power, and the reason that we lost power is because we're not producing any more carbon. Oh, I have plenty of carbon in my inventory. It's because I hadn't dropped off any more of this, any more coke in a while. Well, we're certainly producing enough slag slurry now. So why isn't this running? Coal filters. Oh, I think... What did I just do? Darn it, I changed the recipe. I think that there's too many coal filters. I think there were too many in the system. No, there weren't. It's just not running properly. Or it's just not running because it needs... Wait. Oh, it's full of course, it's full of sulfuric wastewater. It's got too much. So it's back to... Oh yeah, because I forgot to reconnect this. This was connected into this. Which was feeding into here to produce sulfur, but that wouldn't have worked anyway because this thing is full up. It was going up into this, no, that's a different one. It was going in here and being used to make sulfur, but I think in order to get this to run 100% of the time, no worries, we just need to give it its own, I'm just going to give it its own clarifier. Of course, we don't really want to be clarifying this. What we're going to want to do is use it to produce sulfur. Use it as part of our sulfur loop. But We honestly don't even need to worry about it right now because we've got so much extra sulfur. As long as this is running 100% of the time and I'm gaining resources that I need, I'm fine. Right now I need a bunch of iron. And what we want to do is get an ore washing plant set up, because that's going to give us 2 resources instead of the 1. So we can get copper and iron. Now, do I have one? I thought you started out with one. But it doesn't look like you do. So the ore washing plant, ore sorting facility will require 5 stone bricks, which is fine. Or maybe not. Oh, that'll be enough. Yep, I just need 1 more stone brick. And now I can craft an ore sorting facility. It takes a while because I gotta craft the alginic acid. I hate alginic acid. It's so annoying. Okay. But this will be good. So the ore sorting facility is a little annoying to set up when you've only got standard inserters, but we'll be able to do it. I know how to do this because I've done it now. So we now have our ore sorting facility. It's really big, right? And what we're going to have to do is we're going to deconstruct the area that we have over here. I should have all of the pieces that I need for this. I'm pretty sure that I do. Oh, wait a second. Darn it, that was dumb. This won't work without electronics being finished. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and plop my lab back down. I'm going to handcraft. Well, why bother handcrafting it? I have some assembling machines. All right, so we've got electronics researched. I had to fix another issue. Those of you who have played this before and are a little bit more savvy than me may have realized that by destroying the electrolyzer that was here, I disconnected my chemical lab creating my sulfur dioxide from its oxygen supply. So this ran out, and I had to, thankfully these little dots let me figure out pretty easily that the problem was right here. So this ran out of sulfur dioxide, so this stopped producing, and I had to figure that out to get me the iron that I needed to get enough of these made. The next thing that I want to research after this is that I gotta get steel processing, like I really do. I really want to get through to metallurgy. The problem with metallurgy is researching metallurgy allows you to build the 4 machines you're going to need to get better metal production, but you can't actually use it at all until you research you have to research the materials themselves. So I'd have to spend another 50 to research advanced iron smelting and another 50 to research advanced copper smelting, which will take a while, so we'll do that later. We're going to go about setting up for our ore sorter. So the way that the ore sorter works is that you can select which ore you're sorting. In this case, we're sorting sapphirite, and it'll take crushed sapphirite and it'll output slag, and it'll output standard iron ore and standard copper ore. Sapphirite produces 2 iron to 1 copper, whereas the other one would produce 2 copper to 1 iron. I find that all I need is this one, because I get enough copper that I get more than enough copper out of just the one. I need far more iron than copper, and I find this works really well. We're going to set this to crush, and now we need to output the stone. So we're going to output the stone in the same way that we were doing it before. I need to either make another assembler, which I can't do, or I need to reclaim one of these assemblers, which is what I'm going to do. Yeah, I don't have any iron to throw in there, so we won't worry about that for now. And then we'll... Oh yeah, I need to make the metal mixing furnaces. I can make one. I just need to cook some more stone. Here's some iron. So we'll get this stone cooking. Oh, I only need 1 more piece. Sweet. So we need these 2 metal mixing furnaces, and we can keep going. So we'll take our assembling machine, and then that will cook it into stone bricks, which we will then place into a chest. So there we go. We're getting the crushed stone out of this, so this thing can run continuously. And now we can place down our... we can place down our actual ore sorting facility. that power pole is actually in the way. So we'll go ahead and move that power pole. Okay, so now that this is stopped, we've got slag here, and we've got our 2 ores. So we need to go ahead and get these out of there. We need to get the slag out and put onto this belt. These have stopped running because they're all full of oxygen. I don't have overflow valves yet, is the issue that I have. Oh, but I can use valves. Let's make a valve. And we'll insert it over here. So that from this direction, it can only go that way. This will make sure that the flare stack can't burn off any oxygen that's over here in these pipes. It'll let it store up a bit more. It'll still drain out over here, but it won't drain all the oxygen out from over here. Because that's good oxygen. We want that over there. Getting the slag over to there through all this mess of pipes is going to be difficult. This needs to be completely reorganized in order to make it, you know, much more useful. But for the meantime, we just need to get the slag out of here. So without a filter inserter, because that requires electronic boards, which requires another metal that I don't want to make, and it requires transistors. In order to get it out, we need a machine that will accept slag. So now the slag is being taken out of the ore sorting facility, and it goes into this brick cooking system over here. Now for the 2 ores, that's where these ore mixing furnaces come into play, because the awesome thing about these is that they will only accept, I think that's the proper spacing, they will only accept the ore that we set, the recipe that we set. So where is it? It's over here. So for this one we want to smelt iron plates using iron ore, and for this we want to smelt copper plates using copper ore. We want to go ahead and take, actually now I need to move this down, and we need to place these just like this. No, this one needs to go here, this one needs to go there, and we need a couple more inserters. I have to craft this wooden board, so it's going to take a few seconds. And this chest needs to move right there. And what this will allow us to do is put 90-degree bends on all of our inserters. So we'll throw in 76 carbon lasts a long time in these furnaces, so we'll throw those in there. Make ourselves some more power poles. Throw one right in the middle, another one down there, another one up there, and now we're running. So now the slag is coming out of the ore sorting. It's all coming out of the ore sorting facility properly. This is not running at full tilt though. We need another inserter coming from here and going into there. We need it like this. But in order to get that thing power, we need to relocate a few things. So what we've managed to accomplish here is that we've significantly improved the uptime on our metal production. As we can see, this is still not running 100% of the time, because in order to do that we have to provide it with maybe it'll take 5. Maybe it takes 5 electrolyzers to run this full time. It requires 5 slag every 3 seconds, and these produce 1 every 2. So if we had 5, I don't know, if we had 5, well, if we had 4, we'd be producing 4 and 2, so we'd be producing 2 every second, and that would be 6, so that's fine. So where we're at now, we're not quite producing enough. If we had 4, we'd be producing just slightly more than enough. which is probably what we'll want to do. I want to increase this to 4, which would mean moving this stuff around again. Have to keep rearranging things until we get it in a good arrangement. Right now everything is just sort of placed where it is out of convenience at the time. But as you can see, no, it can't get the iron out quickly enough. It can't get the iron ore out fast enough because this metal mixing furnace doesn't smelt quickly enough. Well, we can fix that by making another one. But that's going to be enough for this episode. In the next episode, we'll do some more optimizing. We'll probably rearrange quite a few of this stuff. All the stuff that's in here is sort of just slapped together from our original island, so we need to rearrange this, make it, you know, better. This hydro plant needs to go over here by the other hydro plant, and then we need to just use pipes to get the stuff around so that we're not taking up a ton of space. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying our Factorio Seablock adventure. And yeah, I recommend trying the pack out because it's a lot of fun. I'm Sentinel. Like and comment down below if you did enjoy it. It really helps me out. I'm Sentinel H, and I'm signing out.